play this record as frequently as possible.
Gotta get right when it's down. One shit running, get a med. Everyone now it's down. No second guessing, I gotta get ready.
What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Vergil here, and welcome back to another episode here on Dragon Ball Legends. Today, I'm going to be breaking down my current top 10 units in Dragon Ball Legends, and pretty much just go over the best units at the very current moment. We do have the brand new tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku Vegeta. They've dropped around 2 to 3 days ago. I believe it's 2. So we're very early, and these are pretty much my initial thoughts. I've used them enough to kind of just be able to place them at the current given moment. So we are here making a revamped, updated top 10 list. And unfortunately, the guy that actually makes this list, shout out to DNG, by the way. These are his updated list. He puts pretty much all the relevant units in for a tier list. He hasn't updated it yet. Usually updates it around this time. But we are going to be using the Gogeta 4 here at the end to represent the tag Super Saiyan 4 Goku Vegeta. And yeah, we're not going to start out with them. So, but yeah, before we jump into this list, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys do have to be new to the channel, because I do upload every single day with Legends content. I also do daily live streams, so make sure you guys are tapped in for that. Without further ado, I am going to start out with the number one current best unit. It should be obvious still, you know, even if you don't own the tag 4s, even if you don't own this number one unit and you're playing PvP regularly, it's pretty obvious that nobody is superior to this unit individually. Team-wise, he just has too much going for him overall, right? It's not even at an individual level. I would still claim that this unit is the closest unit to being perfect and having just pretty much any and all of the mechanics, you know, that would consider and breach him into the top tier realm. You know, I did make a top 10 list right before the fest, and I'm, you know, it should be. It should have fluctuated quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie, the list has fluctuated quite a bit with the release of these new units. So I'm pretty interested to see where I'm gonna actually, because I didn't really think about every single unit. This is kind of just my raw thoughts here. But yeah, Gohan is just undoubtedly the number one unit in the game. He restores Vanish too many times. His blue, green cards. I believe on his ultimate, he also has Vanish Restore. He goes type neutral. He destroys cards. He has just loads of utility. He has cover chains for Strike and Blast. Blast Armor, Nuke on blue, ultimate, best team in the game. He has double supportive options. You know, Pan, Future Gohan, Sun Family just being a cracked out team right now. The potential for pure hybrids having the best equipments in the game. You guys didn't know that. The pure hybrid item is probably one of the best items in the game, and then just having him on a pure Sun Family hybrid setup is still ridiculous. I think that's still the number one team in the game, even with Tag 4s having dropped. So, just him, the amount of setups, being able to be double supported, even on setups where he's not double supported, he's just still nuking and doing just insane amount of things. So, I'm sure everyone can agree with this take. You know, the only things I've seen, if this take is not your take, is that tag 4s are number one, and I just couldn't agree, or I just couldn't disagree so much more. Like, did I even say that right? I don't even know. I could not agree with this statement. It's just, they don't have the all-around feel. They're very close to the top. I'm not gonna lie, these tag 4s are fantastic, but they just don't have the all-around unitness, right? This Beast Gohan isn't a glass cannon, right? He's just very, very well rounded out. The tag 4s have a ton of mechanics to them, and I think that's what makes them really solid. Have a very good offensive damage output. Very similar teams, just being on Sun Family, like having the tag. They don't even buff the Z ability tag, unfortunately, which would have made them a little bit better. But overall, you could still do the same thing, rock similar equipment, Sun Family peers and all that. But yeah, Beast Gohan number one. Number two, we are going to add on the best option to run with the number one unit, and that is going to be his daughter. Pan, Red Pan, has manipulation for sub-counts, just one of the best mechanics in the game. Manipulating sub-counts, you're able to swap in and out of units. She spawns green and blue cards on main. You know, just to start out early, she does ramp up every time she swaps in and out. When she's hit, she gives damage buffs to her allies. Just overall great unit. She's able to tank a bit as well. She does go type neutral on main, which means she doesn't even have to worry about Beast Gohan for about a whole minute in the match, which is a very long time. she has the potential for doing a lot of great damage, as well as you can see on the build that I do have here. This is not like the pure hybrid Sun Family build. This is just I feel like the best build you could build for a Sun Family variant with the Tag Force. But for Pan, usually if you're running pure or triple hybrid, like double Gohan and then the Pan, you know, you could throw on a full offensive build here. Pure equipments, this plat item right here offering special move, strike damage, high base strike attack. And then this one offering more special move, base health. It's just a lot of great equipment options. Hybrids being, you know, one of the best tags in the game to have, or one of the best equipment having teams in the... Wow, dude. The wording is crazy, bro. But basically, hybrids have the best equipment in the game is what I'm trying to get at. So they have a lot of great options, and just the team options in general right now are fantastic. She's supporting Beast Gohan very well. Even with the Tag Force on the team, I believe she's able to support many units in a very similar fashion, just manipulating sub counts, having other units being able to swap in, and then just immediately having a green, blue card, going type neutral when need be. She does have a strike cover change, disruption. She reduces ki every time she's hit. Insane valuable unit. I don't think I can remove her from top 2. As long as Beast Gohan's number 1. If he's not number 1 anymore, I could see this changing just because she feels like the perfect partner for him. I think she's going to remain in the top 10 for a good while just because of her overall supportive capabilities. I think in general, she's able to support many units in a very similar fashion. It just feels like for Beast, it's quite perfect. So, jumping into the third best unit in the game. I thought about this one. I've seen people say Tag 4's top. I can definitely say they're minimum top 5. Minimum top 5. This is a very early take, by the way. Like I said, this is like about 2 days since the release of the Tag 4. So this is just my initial placement. I don't and cannot put them top 3 at the moment because this is still the best team in the game. I don't have it built so you guys can see, but I'm sure you already know what the team looks like. You ran into this team multitude of times. Pure Hybrid Saiyans is just still the better team. Triple Hybrid Saiyans, so that's this equipment right here getting extended to its maximum potential. You're having Pure Blast Attack, Pure Strike Attack per tag Hybrid Saiyan battle member, so that's all of them, right? On top of that, situations where you can run a Sun Family Pure or even a different Pure. You could double Pure this Gohan because he is tag Sun Family, he is tag Movies, and he is tag... hybrids. So you can run actually triple pure just because of the synergy of his build. On top of that, he's getting double supported by Pan and Future Gohan. You guys you probably already know this. Future Gohan just being one of the best aging units in the game. A ton of utility, just insane supportive capabilities. Every time he's tapped, hits, he's just giving damage inflicted buffs for the entire team. He has disruption on cover change. He has endurance. His ultimate can hit pretty hard. He's very capable of doing very solid damage. Obviously, he did get buffed with that unique equipment, so I think that definitely helped him a large amount. I don't think if he got this unique item that he would be anywhere near where he's at right now, unfortunately. But for being over 2 years old, I do think that you know, he's warranted some respect, right? Right now, I think it's mainly because of the plat, right? This is a busted plat, bro. He has a whole unique ability here at the bottom. He's getting damage inflicted, base health, double base offenses, double base defenses, and health restoration. He also heals the team. So, insane units. Definitely still the best pair is this top 3 option right here. I do not think Tag 4 is in placement, like what you see on the screen right now, is not the better build. Just for like team dynamic, and you could also focus on Beast, which still being the best unit in the game. If you focus on Beast, it's just going to turn out better. He has 1v3 potential, like so do the Tag 4s, so that's why I'm going to make my next take here, and I'm going to initially make Tag 4s. So like I said, I'm using this Gogeta 4 render on this list to represent the Tag Super Saiyan 4s. These guys are, in my opinion, top 5, if you put them top 5, they're minimum top 5 right now with boost. Fantastic overall unit. I do think the tag switch ability is very great. They did kind of revive the GT tag. GT's actually can be talked about now. They are not in the mud anymore, thankfully. They're still not where they should be. They got 4 units, 2 of them being EXs, phenomenal EXs, by the way. These guys are quite good. They have blast armor, which actually surprised me for a tag switch unit. None of them having blast armor. Stats are okay. Their defenses are their main issue. Whenever you hear me slandering or like getting at them, I have mine at 7 stars and they get obliterated, bro. They get literally, if they get touched, they get obliterated. Their defenses are not good. I can only imagine how they're going to be after or post boost, right? But utility, everything else, obviously it's an offensive build. Everything you see on the screen is an offensive setup. That's usually what I do go for here. But very similar blue card to the blue boys. Very like nuking potential depending on the amount of cards you do destroy. You're getting a damage, like a higher damage percentage there to your blue card. Also, you're getting a higher percent of your Vanish Restore. So if you're destroying a full hand, you're getting 100% of your Vanish Restored along with 45% to your blue card damage. Also, it does nullify endurance, which is really nice. You know, it's nice to have. Very similar to the blue boys mechanic on main ability. If you do have so the tag switch, if you do have 3 enemy battle members remaining, so a lot of comeback plays or situations, basically if your enemy has a full team, you're going to be nullifying cover change, which is very, very good. So you're able to farm Dragon Balls, get that card draw speed, restoring your health, key, all that good stuff. Obviously the reverse color switching is very powerful, but it can also be a dual-edged sword. There's a lot of situations that I had put myself in that is just hard to map out because you don't really know, like a lot of the, the game is 50-50. So if you come in and you tag switch into Vegeta, one hit on anything from Beast into that Vegeta, he's just getting killed instantly. So the Vegeta side of the Goku Vegeta is very susceptible to the Beast Gohan, unfortunately, obviously because of his color disadvantage. But at the same time, like I said, these guys are very powerful, have the potential for a lot of clutch plays. On top of that, their green card having an AoE, the first tag unit to have the AoE, I think it's very different. Like, we don't have a really relevant unit with AoE at the very moment. Relevant as in like top 10. I don't think any of my top 10 picks will have AoE. But AoE green card is very nice. The Restore Vanish is very nice. You get damage inflicted, you get health. Or special move damage inflicted. Reduces enemy Dragon Balls, so Dragon Ball manipulation is very powerful. Reduces Dragon Balls 3 times every time you hit that green, and you're getting a green from Pan, so green and a blue card from Pan, so it's definitely going to set you up. I do think this is probably one of the best builds for the Sun family, or Tag 4s just in general, right? Pure Sun family. I'd say like they are close to being where I feel like the GT tag has more synergy with the Tag 4s. I've been saying that. They even have the Z ability pure for Saiyans and GT. I do think they synergize really good with GT. I'm still trying to find out which is like the actual confirmed best synergies. It's going to be preference based at the end of the day, but Beast, Gohan, Pan still being the superior units in the game. If you run them with Beast and Pan, I still think this is the better setup. On top of that, you have this Goku option right here. Also one of the best units in the game at the moment. They did him justice with the Zenkai. But just to finish touching on this Goku and Vegeta, they have a lot of other niche things in their kit. Anything that I could just mention really quickly. So applies volume effects to self if there's a tag GT or Saiyan battle member. So like I said, just more abilities towards or catered to GT. You're getting more damage inflicted. You're restoring your own health. The following effects occur upon landing a Striker Blast Arts card. You get more abilities here. Restores Ki. Or 15 to your own Ki recovery. And this one's also really good. The following effects occur when the enemy activates Ultimate Arts, Awaken Arts, or Rising Rush while this character's on the field. Inflicts all enemies with no switching. And shortens ally sub count by 10. Just the potential there for very, very solid plays. Very, I don't want to say underrated, but they're right in the middle. They're just on the breach of being overrated and underrated at the very moment, because it's very obvious that they're not like well-rounded. They're very offensive oriented. They have a lot of mechanics and technicalities that make them very powerful, very techy mechanics and playstyles. So very good, but their defenses are just atrocious. So post boost, we're gonna just have to see how it is. My initial take on them is that they're top 4 team wise, individually wise. It all adds up. Sun family being the best team in the game, pure equipments. And then just individually very, very powerful. The 5th unit I'm going to add, he actually moves up 1 placement, the unit that I'm about to add here. And it's, it could be argued 5 or 6. You can like alternate them. I do think 6 has the potential to also be number 5. But number 5 right now, I'm just going to have to move this guy up if I can find him. It's this guy right here. Zenkai Super Saiyan 4 Goku has earned the top 5 placement. Best Zenkai in the game easily. He's on Sun family, like I said, best team in the game. You have a nice color wheel option. You don't have a purple unit, but you do have the tag switch Goku Vegeta. So very nice color wheel option. I think individually he's fantastic. Team-wise, he has the options for Sun Fan Pure. He has his own unique equipment already, which makes him very good. You don't even need to add the specific Pure because on this plat, he has Pure already, right? 7 or just a total of 8% to strike and blast for each Sun Family battle member, being everyone on the team. Just more special move, ultimate damage as well, base health, both base defenses. Very good equipment. Has access to a lot of the new GT items. This is probably one of the most broken items in the game right here. One of the best items is very high base strike attack, special move, ultimate damage, and base health. Very valuable equipment. He has access to a lot of other good things. But individually, his kits, he does have the cover rescue, being one of the best cover chains in the game. You guys know what the cover rescue does. It does save you from things like rising rush. Just a lot of situations where you just need to get out. There are a lot of units that can nullify cover change. So that can hinder that, obviously. But he does restore his blue card nukes. He does restore Vanish on his green card. He does nullify unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. So he does go type neutral for the damage he is receiving. He's not doing type neutral damage, but he can receive type neutral, sustain type neutral damage after you pop his green card. But the Vanish restore is really nice on this. Can make for some really clutch plays. His ultimate nukes, on Last Man Standing, he can make the clutch of plays here. Of course, when he is the last battle member, he's getting 70% to his ultimate damage. On his main, he's getting damage inflicted, restoring ally health, or own health, excuse me, not ally health. But a lot of other great things. When he's faced with an enemy, the following effects occur every time when faced with an enemy. He restores own ki by 30% and 15% to damage inflicted by allies, so he has some supportive capabilities there. He does have 2 cover rescues when ran on GT, so just the GT options are very limited still just because they don't have a full-fledged team. So I'd say he's core, he's GT. He makes GT. Him, the Tag Fours make GT, and then there's like 2 to 3 other options, not including the EXs, but definitely a main on GT. This ability right here, so obviously he did get a pretty, he's probably the Zenkai within the LF Zenkai to get the most out of these last 2 unique abilities here. He didn't get any extra damage inflicted, but he got a lot of technical abilities, right? Some more card draw speed. He did get, he got card draw speed here. He got cover nullification after you have a defeated battle member, which is really good. And just all these other niche abilities. I think he's very powerful. He has the potential to be this top 5. I think there's a lot warranted to make him this position here. And let me know if you guys agree with that placement. Like I said, number 6 has the potential to be in that 5 placement. I'm just going to put him up here with all the recent value that GT just got. The value that Sun Family has been had, and then we're just adding on to the Sun Family value with the Tag Fours, Beast going on top, Pan on top, and then this Goku is now a spot higher than I had him before. But literally, they did a fantastic job with them. I think he's just great. He's a fantastic unit. So moving on to number 6, I'm going to have to add the boy, Ultra Broly. Disruption God, still one of, if not the best tanking unit in the game. You just think about it, nobody tanks at the very given moment. If you build this guy to tank, he has access to pure defensive items. He has a lot of awakened items that offer defense, HP, stuff like that. You can make this guy a tank god. Even if you do make him a tank god, he's still doing very solid damage. His blue does really good work. His ultimate, he has the potential to faint, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, he has the ability to faint on his ultimate. The gauge just makes him a complete menace, right? We can just go to his unit. Do I have any? Just go to his unit so I could just read off his abilities for that gauge there. But basically, takes away your Vanish, so it makes your enemy susceptible to any, attacks right there. After you pop the gauge, reduces your enemy Vanishing gauge to 0, reduces ki, destroys a Dragon Ball. Destroys 1 enemy card, applies nullify cover change. You get all these abilities, which basically makes the opportunity for a play to happen there. So the fact that he's going to be able to eat damage and constantly pop this gauge, you're going to be able to take advantage of this huge disrupt right here. As soon as he pops his Gauge, it's a huge disrupt. Vanishing removed, all these other things to where your opponent literally cannot do anything and potentially just take a fat combo. On top of that, he does have a universal cover change, being one of the best cover units of the game. He can cover against blue cards. Unfortunately, like I said, there's a lot of units with cover null, so it doesn't really matter right now. But cover null's not in every single situation. Obviously, you have to proc that ability. But he does have blast armor. Any unit with blast armor just gets that insane value. He's a very good defense unit, but on top of that, he has capable of just doing very solid damage as well. He's on movies, being still arguably one of the best teams of the game. Beast, Gohan, and Pan are movies units. So if you're running Beast, Gohan, Pan, Broly, I think the synergy between those three are very, very good. You make out for like a very defensive team, especially with the bench that you will decide to use for that setup. And his green card, I believe, does proc the no switching being another insane mechanic. Yeah, no switching for 5 timer counts, so a lock in there. Increases own unique gauge by 20% as well. Restores own vanishing gauge as well. Yeah, restore vanishing gauge is just an insane ability. So many units have it at this point. He does, okay, the following effects occur when the enemy switches character while his character is on the battlefield. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained. He does take type neutral damage for 5 counts after the enemy switches, so he's taking type neutral damage, which is cool. But overall, I think this guy just has a lot of synergy with teams. When you're rating top 10 units, you definitely have to consider the teams because that is like one of the main factors within the meta. Teams, obviously, all these units are broken individually. So, we're going to be talking about them individually. It does increase their, placement. But from a team perspective, a meta perspective, we need to know what are the best units to mesh well with the top units, what units mesh well with each other, synergies, diverse tag options, etc. Right? Broly has some of the best synergy with Beast, Gohan, and Pan, and then just overall, there's a lot of other movies units that will probably end off this top 10 here. From here, I'm not. I think this is like my solid top 6. Like, this is like literally. There's no other way I can see it at the very moment, but everything else from here is definitely arguable and debatable. So we do have. I'm just gonna throw some units up here. And then we can kind of place them from there. This guy's very warranted the list. We're going to put Ultra Gogeta, very warranted the list. I think androids might make a top 10 comeback just because of the addition of the new Super 7, or not Super, but the Trench Coat 17. I don't think he's top. I don't know. He might be an honorable mention. Revival Gohan, still pure hybrids, movies. Like I said, some of the best tags in the game are up here. I don't want to say MUI Goku right now. I'm not going to lie. Just Sun Family, right? You can argue it, but Sun Family. We could put Trunks as well, and I think that's about it. I mean, you could throw. That's about it. Cooler as well. Looking for anything else I might be missing here, and there's nobody. There is nobody. These are our guys here. We do have about 7 units. We only have 4 placements left to make the top 10. Gonna have to put my boy Piccolo or Revival Gohan. Who am I feeling right now? I think Piccolo has gained a pretty significant. He was already top 10 on the previous list solely for the fact of his synergy with Beast, Gohan, and Pan, right? So if you move him, or you can see him right there, but a lot of damage. He has just a lot of insane burst damage. On top of that, his disruption's really good on cover. He has the ability to gain his vanishing gauge back by 100% on main ability, which is also very powerful. And dude has just a lot of very niche things. He heals on green card, but primarily it's his synergy amongst Beast, Gohan, and Pan. I don't see him outside of that team, which makes him not diverse, obviously. So he's just lacking team options. But I think for his overall value right now, especially with the tag 4s, primarily like his first color being green, against that Goku, you're seeing a very solid green unit. A lot of the times his value could potentially increase. I think I'm going to keep him at the top 10 mark. I think I want to keep Piccolo at the top 10 mark. I'm going to reduce Gohan just a bit here. I'll probably put him number around 9. I think Trunks still doesn't make the top 10. I'm not going to lie. His just individualness has not impressed me recently. Like, if you guys watched my last tier list video, which was literally about like 1 to 2 weeks ago, pre-fest, this guy was not doing great things on one of his best setups, right? Pure hybrids. He was just not doing enough damage unless you made everything cater to him, which why would you do if you want to make everything cater to Beast, right? So I paired him, Beast, and I think it was future Gohan alongside him, or Pan. And he basically needed to be in a similar situation to where he was double supported. So his regular damage was mediocre. He does have a lot of utility with his Vanish Restore on both ultimates. His blue card hits very hard. His ultimates hit really hard. But, heals on green. He has a lot of great things about him. Trunks is very good, but I don't think he makes the top 10 list, unfortunately. Cooler, still not... Dude, this one's definitely going to be a tough one here. I think Gogeta does go down as well. I think I could put Future Gohan a bit higher. I think I could put... I think it's going to go like this, honestly. Androids might be up with the fact of the Super 17, right? Something along this realm. I got to put somebody at 7, though. Am I missing anybody here? Let's take a quick look. It's always the back end is probably the most difficult because the number 6 you can kind of make very solid arguments for whatever you initially believe. But these last 5 always get me, man. Like, always the last units here. I feel like MUI is a very good honorable mention right now. The one issue is that Tag 4s did not become the best in the game. You're seeing Beast every single game still, so any red unit is just not hot. He's just not in a very good position. Cooler can be easily countered amongst or against Beast Gohan teams just because of the fact if you see a Cooler, instead of bringing Future Gohan, instead of bringing Tag 4s, you just bring in Blue Pan. Or if you have Tag 4s on the team, you probably don't have Future Gohan. Therefore, there is no Super Saiyan option for him to go type neutral. The main thing that made him really good is if you're seeing a Super Saiyan team, you're going type neutral, right? Very easily countered when you could just bring another unit to obviously like Blue Pan supports, right? So if you're bringing in any variant of this team, normally Future Gohan would be on the pure hybrid Saiyan setup. You would just bring in Pan. On this setup, there is no Super Saiyan. If Cooler comes in, you swap into Beast Gohan. You have a blue card, one blue card, Cooler's dead. So Cooler is just in an unfortunate position. Don't know. This Android's take... want to add them a little bit higher. I think this also 17 I could put. That's the unit I was thinking of. I was like, there's one unit I'm definitely forgetting right now, and it is the brand new 1% 17, also not added on this list. I'm gonna use this 17 right here to represent them. Still won't breach the top 10, but they're somewhere in honorable mentions. I think I can add them above the Trunks. No, let's have Trunks right here. We got to move someone up. We got to move somebody up. There's nobody else I would add on this list. So, I think I'm going to move Future Gohan up. I mean, not Future Gohan, excuse me. Revival Gohan up. We can move... Do we move Gogeta Blue up? Or the Blue Gogeta up? That is a difficult one right here. I just still think that he is individually still one of the better aging units right now. You know, everything about his kit. Just to touch on Revival Gohan, because I didn't yet. He's on pure hybrids, right? Any relevant hybrid unit, and he doesn't even have a plat. He's over a year old. The fact that he's sustaining this long, he has a revival, so that is like his main thing. Safety net revival, he has support, he has sub-count manipulation, he has that post-revival craziness of where he ramps up, nukes units, and then access to the pure hybrids items. I can't stress enough how valuable, how powerful pure hybrids equipments are. If you guys already know that, then you know that. But they have just the potential to do so much damage on top of, like, say, Beast Gohan, Pan, Future Gohan synergy, Tag 4 synergy, Sun Family Pures, all that good stuff. Sun Family's on top. I can definitely vouch for Revival Gohan being at the top still right here. Number 7 is a very respectable placement for him, in my opinion. I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm definitely going to do this. This could be alternated at this point. The reason I would still put Ultra Gogeta above USV is just solely for... not even solely, like, USV is very good individually. You can argue they're almost equal in individual prowess, but USV does have a team variant right now. USV needs to be leadered. He has no team. Fusions are just not it, and Saiyans are not it. Even that, he wants to be ran on Fusions. So Fusions does not have a viable team. He needs to be leadered every single time. But you guys already know everything he does. Individually, he just has too much to his individual kit. Ultra Gogeta is the same exact thing. He has so much blast armor. He has that destroy all your enemies cards on blue card. He does go, he nullifies cover change on green, which, you know, on the right setups. The thing with USGs, he did get replaced by Beast. However, there's a lot of setups you can still make with him and Beast together. On top of that, he's on movies, whereas Beast is alongside that. Pan's alongside that. So this can be a real team here. Blue, blue, red, or anything of the sort with the Revival Gohan. He's on Movies, which is still the best team. Broly's up here as well. Movies is still a very powerful team. They have a pure equipment, access to a lot of damage / support. And yeah, I think it's definitely carrying his position. USV is just so good individually that you can definitely keep him above Piccolo. I just can't put Piccolo any higher because it is just... he's definitely carried by Gohan, Pan. He's very similar to the Tag 4s in defenses. He's just glass, right? He gets caught in a combo. He's not doing well, but he has a ton of burst damage. I can definitely vouch for him still having that top 10 placement. And he's very, very glassy. But with the Tag 4s just being at the top now, top 5, one of their main sides is green. I can vouch that having a purple unit, right? There's not many purples up here. There's a couple, actually. Not many. There are definitely Broly, Gohan. This Piccolo is very good at dealing very quick damage to where if your opponent is basically locked in with the Goku side of the Tag 4s, if you have like 3 blast cards, they might die. 2 to 3 blast cards, they might die. He has that Vanish Restore on main. He has that nuke of a blue card in ultimate. Very good. Disruption, cover change, disruption. Very good unit. I think androids could still be argued. They actually probably went up in value with this 17. Don't know if I'd put him that high, though. Maybe Trunks right here. Also, I mean, I could be in the honorable mentions, you guys. I don't want to slander my boys. Just red units have it really bad right now. Red units definitely have it really bad. I'm going to put them above Cooler, though, just because of Sun Family reasons, the equipment, team synergy, options. You know, any of these units can be ran Sun Family together. Beast Gohan, Pan, Future Gohan, this Goku, this Gohan, the Tag 4s. I keep forgetting this Gogeta is the Tag 4s. Sun Family is the best team. As you can see, the top 5 units are Sun Family. Then we got more Sun Family right here. So this guy, warranted. He's just red. They can't go type neutral. Cooler. He's an interesting case. He has that lock-in sub-count up ability. It just cannot be very good when it's easily countered against Beast Gohan teams. Pan's on the team, which reduces ki on hit, so you're not able to snipe efficiently, effectively anymore. He does have the ability to nullify endurance on main, which is really good with Rising Rush. You can make crazy plays like that, but he's definitely going easily countered. I'm going to put him back here, MUI. I'll put him above just for Sun Family reasons. We got another huge Sun Family, quote-unquote Sun Family buff. They don't buff Sun Family with their tag. Does the MUI buff Sun Family? Please tell me he does, because I'm preaching about him on Sun Family. Obviously, you can run him on leader, but I just 14 starred him also. Tag God Key, tag USS, or tag Sand. He does not buff Sun Family. It's like a very similar issue to the tag Force. He does still have the tag, though. I would argue that he's up here in value for sure. Just individually, he's definitely up here in value. Red, these two guys can't go neutral, bro. They're going to insta-die, so that's why they're up here. I don't even want to add them on the list right now, but I just want you guys to recognize how powerful these units here are individually. This 17, the new Coat 17, this guy's being represented as the GT 17. Very good. Like, probably one of the more perfect partners for the Tag Super Saiyan 4s, especially on GT. Other great GT options include Super Baby 2. This guy right here, the LF4 Ku is a very good option. And then, obviously, the Tag 4s themselves. The EXs are very good. Very limited options, but he's very good enough, I think, to warrant him a top 15 position. Let me talk about him really quick. He does proc the ability to nullify endurance on green, so it's very good for sniping. If you pop green into rush against Beast, against Future Gohan, you're going to kill. He does offer 30% to blast damage inflicted. Ki draws a blast arts card. He destroys all special move and special arts on blue card. If he drew a green, I think he would make the top 10 list. I'm not gonna lie, if he drew a green card, or held, excuse me, a green card, he'd be at the top 10 list. But a lot of abilities to Dragon Ball. He has Dragon Ball manipulation. He does have sub count manipulation. He does extra damage against Sun Family, which is the top team in the game. Doing extra damage against Sun Family is a plus. Debuffs. He has a lot of debuffs. Like I said, Dragon Ball manipulation is powerful. He on Switch. So on Switch, he does give 20% to damage inflicted to allies, so a lot of support as well. He does do decent damage. He does do decent tanking. He heals. He's just a fantastic all-around unit. I can even argue, I don't think individually he's better than the tag droids, but I think the fact that he exists now, that you can basically put any unit on leader slot, you can run tag droids, and you can run the Super 17 to make a very nasty combo. And it's definitely, like, they were probably back here, and you can just juice up their placement a bit here. You could probably swap this or something like that. Trunks will probably be hovering, like, the one unit to hover out of the top 10. Pure hybrids are still great. You know, he's a great unit. He is just, like I said, I already talked about him. I'm just a little bit mixed with my last usage on him, like my last playtime with him. So do think he's hovering around the top 10. Pure hybrids equips, just individually. He is a Super Saiyan. You're not seeing cooler as much. You can make a lot of advantage, take a lot of advantage with that. Also, the tag 4s are Vegeta clan too. So if you want to make a green, similar yellow setup, maybe put future Gohan leader. That could make a very nasty combo as well. Didn't even think about that till right now. But the Vegeta clan, potentially, right? They do have, obviously, you got to... Oh, actually, you can't because they don't buff Vegeta clan. So you got to make something work with that, but they still have the Vegeta clan tag. I'm just thinking about with future Gohan. They're both future, and then you throw tag 4s in the leader slot. Okay, that's probably how you would make the green, yellow. But this is the list, you guys. I've talked about it for long enough here. Do let me know what you think. This is my official initial as well top 10 list of the best units in the game based off meta, based off individuality, stuff like that. If you do agree, disagree, let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the very next one. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.
Up all night, so you don't wanna wait on me. I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me.